Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about exploring standard deviation. So we're going to be looking at trends within our dot plots. So right now the Khan Academy has already calculated our mean for us, and they're telling us it's negative 0.2, and our standard deviation right now is 2.3. So I'm not asking you to calculate standard deviation, I'm asking you to play with the numbers to see what trends we can find. So right now we want a standard deviation of 0.9. Now, is 0.9 greater or less than 2.3? Because it's less than, we need our points to be closer to the center. So I'm going to start by moving this point all the way out here, and I'm going to move it towards this mean. Now my mean shifted, so I'm going to go from the other side. See how my standard of deviation is getting smaller? Meaning we're closer and closer to the mean, so there's not much change. Remember, standard of deviation calculates about how much change something has. So let's see if we can keep going. It's getting a little bit smaller. I'm just kind of stacking these up close to the center. Oh, we got one. Oh, 0.9. There we go. Now, yours might look a little bit different than mine, but the trend was as we move towards the center, towards our mean, our standard of deviation got smaller. Alright, let's try another one. So this one, we want a standard deviation of 1.6, and we're given a standard deviation of 2.4. See how these are all kind of spread out pretty evenly? It's not skewed left or skewed right. So we're going to move points from the outside in to make our standard of deviation smaller. Again, we want to notice what trends we see. Oh, there we go. We needed 1.6, we got 1.6. Let's try it again. So I'm going to always start with the points furthest from the outside when I need to create a smaller standard deviation. Oh, 1.7. There we go. This one we need smaller, so I'm going to keep moving it in. Now, we can move it all from one side if you want. See how it's still correcting it? We need 1.5. Now, let's just pretend that this number was larger, that we wanted a larger standard of deviation. Instead of starting from the outside and going in, I would start from the inside and go out. See how it's getting larger? So if I wanted to create the largest standard of deviation, I would have my points as far from the center as possible. See how it's just getting bigger and bigger? I'd even stack them on that last one. Stretching out. All right, now let's go for the one we want. We can have it centered around 0 if you want, but it doesn't have to be. Our standard of deviation is pretty big right now because we stretched it out. So standard of deviation tells us how far from our average, our mean, a value is. Last one. Good job.